What's good, y'all? I'm back again with another one. And this one's going to bounce right off that last video. So that last video I talked about um downward spirals. So this one I'm gonna talk about the upward spirals, but I'm gonna mainly focus on that self-image. And the reason why I'm gonna focus on that self-image because it's like the first practical thing that you can do to get yourself in that upward spiral. You know, um, when it comes to getting these things going and getting yourself going upwards, as you can see from that last one, you see how I broke that down, explaining how it's almost like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? You got you going down, down. Just think the opposite way we're up. So I talked to y'all about the self-image, and the reason why the self-image is so important is because really the way that you look at yourself is the absolute most important. You won't do nothing that you really want to do. You won't have no confidence in yourself if you just don't look at yourself as anything positive. If you don't look at yourself as a good person, you don't look at yourself as a strong person, a smart person, you're really just never going to turn up and get it going like how you want to go. And so that's why self-image is so important. You know, it's important even in things like a lot of people these days, they be trying to talk about manifestation and stuff like this, but that's a huge part of it for those of y'all that don't know. Matter of fact, I want to say one of the best teachers, rest in peace to him, Bob Proctor. He talks about that. He talks about the self-image and how that's important to changing your paradigm and creating that life that you want to create. And that's really kind of what I want to get at right here. So like if you don't see yourself as already the type of person that is what it is that you want to be, you're never going to actually do it. You're never going to get started because it's a journey, it's a cycle. That's why I say upward spirals. You know, I don't know if anybody else uses these terms, but it's the terms I use because it's a progression. It's a progression to go up. It ain't just a straight climb, man. It's a whirlwind, bro. And I really want to highlight that and I want to put that in perspective. So when it comes to this self-image, the way you boost your self-image is, like I said, just doing simply what you know you need to do. So instead of just broadly saying that, I'm gonna give y'all like an actual actionable plan because that's one thing I believe is missing in this day and time is people don't lack information. There's plenty of information out here. Like I just told you, Bob Proctor at some point in some of his stuff, if you ever want to find it, he has where he teaches about self-image, so the information is out here. The problem that I think a lot of people have, I know because it's a problem I had. You get so much information, but you're not really getting no actionable plans and steps. And that's what's people missing from people. That's what people need. A lot of people need to be guided step by step through stuff because it's so much information and stuff is so vague and so broad these days. People don't know the actual steps that they should take. So I'm gonna give you an actual actionable plan. So let's say you're like me. You want to get in shape. First of all, you got to let go of the belief and the idea and the vision of yourself as this shitty, out of shape person. I don't know no other way to describe it. You know, even though your physical is there, mentally, you got to get out of there. You got to be like, oh, okay, mentally, let me get back to this person that I was when I was in shape. And I know that seems kind of crazy. It's easy for me to do because y'all seen that I told y'all I was a lifelong athlete. I've been in shape more years than I've been out of shape and fat. So it's easy for me to grasp that concept because I remember what my mentality was like. I remember how I thought. I remember the last time that I did get fat and got back in shape. I didn't think like, hey, I'm this fat person. I started thinking like the fit person that I wanted to be. And in order for me to be able to truly, truly think like that, I had to put that action forward and give that the actual self belief. That actual I had to give myself evidence. That's the word. You got to give yourself evidence. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do this stuff where I'm telling you, change your mindset. People say that all the time. Change your mindset. Think about where you want to be. Think about who you want to be, and think like that. No, no, no. You can't just do that. You can't just say affirmations and think like that. You got to give yourself proof and evidence. And this is why I love like Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if he consciously knows that he do this, but if you study Floyd Mayweather, this is what he did during his fight. He constantly told himself, when he's working out, can't nobody beat me. I'm the best fighter. Can't nobody beat me. Ain't nobody better than me. Ain't nobody better than me. Nobody can beat me. Nobody. But while he's saying that, he's not just saying it. He didn't just speak it into existence. He worked it into existence. He knew that he was working harder than every other fighter was. And so in order to know that, he had to know what these other fighters was doing. Okay, how are they working out? How are they doing this? This is another thing you need to do. Whatever it is your goal is, the people who are where you want to be, go look at what they do. Go look at how they doing there. Just get in your mind that I'm gonna go harder than them. That way it's undeniable. It'll be impossible for me to believe that I'm the best of the best because I'm going harder than them. And y'all look at them as the best. I'm going harder than them, you know? And that's what he did. He would constantly work and work and work and work. So while he's constantly saying that stuff in his head, you know what I'm saying? The affirmations are important. You do need to affirm stuff to yourself. You do need to tell yourself that you are this whatever person that you're trying to be. But you got to put in that work. You got to do the next right thing. That's what I was emphasizing in the last video. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you do that next right thing. Make sure that you get up in the morning and actually work out like you're supposed to. Make sure that night before you get your stuff prepped so that you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't overwhelm yourself in the morning. You know how when you get up in the morning, you got stuff you want to do and you should be doing, but you think about all this other stuff you got to do. You're like, damn, I got to take a shower. Damn, I got to get my clothes ready for work. Man, I got to iron my clothes. Damn, I got to cook breakfast. Man, I ain't got time for all this working out. I got all this other stuff to do. Whereas if you would have just did that stuff the night before, it make it so much easier for you. It take them excuses away in the morning. It take all that pressure off your mind. You ain't thinking about so much. You already got your clothes ready the night before. You already took your shower the night before. You know what I'm saying? You already prepped your meals and stuff the night before. Everything you usually would have did that would have stopped you from it. Put that stuff the night before. This is what I mean by the actionable steps to getting that self-image right. So now when you wake up in the morning, you've already relieved your mind. Okay, cool. Only thing I really got to do is just give me a quick workout in. Go do something. Let me go take a walk around my block. Let me go jog real quick. Let me go run a couple wind sprints down my street. You know, let me go do some jump ropes. You know, let me go do a ton of jumping jacks. Even if you're not in shape where you can do them other things. You know, I've done that before. When I was well over 300, man, I couldn't do all the other stuff. So I would just do jumping jacks for cardio. When you out of shape, that stuff work. But anyway, free yourself up to where you can actually do it. And then when you get up, do it. Make it to where it's no excuse. You know, one actual thing that I like that I just recently rediscovered, there was something that I used back in the day. The last time I did a fitness transformation, it's something called like either the 5 second or the 10 second rule. And so in that morning when you know you need to get up and get busy, boom. Most of us are lay there and give ourselves snooze time and all this stuff. We're not doing that. This is how you eliminate it. Give yourself a 5 second rule. And so you be like, you just kind of playing a trick on your mind. You still want to lay there some more. You be like, okay, we can lay here some more, but you got 5 seconds. Just start counting down. You can count down out loud. You can do it in your head, whatever. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then boom, just get up and get on your feet. Just get up and put your feet on the floor immediately. Within 5 seconds of you waking up, give yourself that 5 second countdown. Get up, wipe the crust out your eyes, count down to your 5 seconds, and then put your feet on the ground. Put your feet on the ground, man. You're very unlikely to go back to sleep at that point. Put your feet on the ground. Go brush your teeth. Go get some water in your system. That's what I recommend everybody do first. Get some water in your system first. And then get going, bro. If it's working out that you're trying to do, get you a workout in, bro. Don't give yourself no excuses. Even if you can't do a super, super hard workout, do something. No 0 days. You know what I'm saying? No 0 days. Them 0 days gonna put you right back to that downward spiral. So if it's create content, go do that. So for me, prime example, I'm gonna get an example from the perspective of somebody who want to do content. That's what I did right here. This studio setup I got right here, this is actually in my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I have a living room area set up that I use sometimes, but this is the one in my bedroom. And in order to make it easy for myself, I did exactly this morning. Everything I'm telling you to do, I did this morning. So I knew the first thing I needed to do was get up and shoot some content. I had videos in mind. I already knew. I planned it. I planned it last night. I said I'm gonna record this video, this video, and this video. And now for me, I have a desk right here that everything is on. It's a foldable portable desk. I got my softbox light and I got my microphone, of course. You know what I'm saying? My headphones, all of my LEDs and stuff. My chair in here. This chair usually ain't in my room. But because I knew I needed to make it easy for myself to get up and get going, Last night I put all this stuff in here. I put this chair over here in the corner. I put this desk up right here. I left it up instead of closing it, trying to make room in the room. Nah, I put it up. So it's already there in front of me. I can just sit down and get going. I had my microphone out already. You know, I had my tripod out already. I had the light out already. All I had to do was put it up, turn it on. That was it. I took all that pressure off my mind of all this setting up and stuff. I had everything ready. And the first thing I did, I ain't done nothing else today. Only thing I've done is go take a piss, drink some water, and brush my teeth, wash my face. That's it. I came straight to doing this content because this is me trying to build that upward spiral. This is me building my self-image because I'm doing what I know that I'm supposed to be doing. And so that's really the actionable step that I want to give you. That's that first step to rebuilding that self-image, which is going to get you started on that upward spiral, man. First thing first, do not postpone yourself. I told you that before. Don't postpone yourself. Don't tell yourself you're going to do whatever you got to do after work. Don't tell yourself you're going to do whatever you got to do after this and that. Just put it first, man. Put yourself first. Put it first. And I promise you, bro, it's going to change your self-image. You're going to start looking at yourself better. You're going to start, you know what I'm saying, having those positive thoughts. Now it's going to feel right when you say them affirmations about yourself. When you say, I am this, I am that, I am this. Now it's not just you repeating words. Now it's changing something inside of you because you really believe it. You put action forward. So that's going to accelerate the time. It's going to get you on that upward spiral. It's going to get you to where you're going quicker. But you got to get started. You got to get that upward spiral started. You got to fix that self-image in the way that you look at yourself. When you look in the mirror, man, you got to like what you see in the mirror, bro. Even if you're not all the way where you need to be, you still need to like what you see. You need to like who you are internally. Like, hey, man, I done went through some struggles that got me, you know, some trials and tribulations that got me not looking how I need to be looking. But guess what? I still am who I am. I made it through that. You know, I made it through them things, man, and I'm gonna bounce back from them. And that's what made me so great. And that's the stuff that I tell myself, you know, in my head. That's what made me great. Most people, if they was where I'm at, if they fell off as far as I fell off, they would have folded. They would have folded, you know. But I'm not folding. I'm still going. That's the type of stuff you got to tell yourself, man. And in the midst of while you telling yourself, work it. Put that work in. Make it undeniable. Give yourself proof. That is the first step, bro. That's the actionable step. So whatever it is you're trying to do, put that shit first, bro. Stop putting it on the back end. Take them steps. Prepare everything for it the night before. Get up in the morning. Let that be the first thing you do. I promise you, you're going to feel so good. You're going to have so much more confidence. And you're going to have so much more belief in yourself. And you're going to be that much closer to your goals. So, man, that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. So, like I said, always just focus on making that next right decision.